Hi everybody, we bought a greenhouse. I settled on the VEIKOUS, is that how you say it? The VEIKOUS greenhouse that was for sale on the Home Depot website. And they did have a lot of reviews, and that's why I decided to purchase it. However, I couldn't find any really extensive videos on assembly. So we did our best to show what it was like putting this greenhouse together. This video is not sponsored. We paid for this ourselves, and we did the labor all ourselves. So come on and watch us try to put this thing together, and maybe you'll decide that this is the greenhouse for you, or maybe you'll decide that it is not the greenhouse for you. Here is the base of the greenhouse, or the foundation. We bought these pressure treated cedar posts and made sure that they were very level. And then here's the first assembled wall. Here are the boxes that it came in. We've already opened them up, as you can see. We actually ordered this from Home Depot and had it delivered to the store. And what I really appreciated about it is that the boxes are all labeled 6 of 6, 1 of 6. So we knew that we got all of the boxes. Now, we did get them and then think, well, how do we know where to start? Is it going to be all of step 1 as in box 1? That is definitely not the case. So it turns out that the pieces are all mixed in together. And so for step 1, you have to open every single box and find the pieces that you need. It also came with all of the hardware, and the hardware's labeled.
It's using these Robinson screws, and it did come with a bit, so you don't have to go out and grab one. Kind of an unusual.
We're assembling this in the garage because we want to make sure that the walls are all put together square, and we can't do that outside. So we're just building the walls and then taking them to the site as we go. So the best approach is to open the box on the end and expose the end pieces of the wood, because this is where they're labeled. So you can see this is piece 12. We've got 18. So where is that one marked?
Right here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you really do have to turn them around and look, but then they slide right in, theoretically. Make sure nobody accidentally throws away the spacers, because they just look like little bits of packing material.
They're in their own Ziploc bag.
So it keeps you from over tightening, so that then the glass or the plastic windows won't be able to fit in, because those are just going to slide into the grooves. And the corrugated plastic windows, they slide in through the slits, and we're not taking the coating off completely, just since we are having to move these walls around. It just gives a little bit of extra protection. This is just a corrugated plastic. It's not tempered glass. So far, how have they all fit in?
Decent.
It's decent. That's all we hope for at this point. And so we just want to make sure that we're not leaving the liner on it when we slide it in, because we want to be able to get it all the way off. You can see we've got it stood up here, and you have to kind of go through and push and pop this to actually fall down in the plastic part, to get it to fall down into the groove. And so it requires a little bit of finesse to kind of knock that into place.
Another reason to leave the plastic one.
Yeah. All right, so now we're building the longest wall. You can see that we've laid out the posts. There is kind of a specific way that they go based on the cuts. And then what is going to happen is we're going to assemble all of the wooden part. We're not going to put the plastic in. And then we're going to carry this up there, and that is the point at which it'll have to be all assembled on site. This is a fairly straightforward, so far, portion of the construction. wanted to get this branch that was hanging out over the roof of the greenhouse from this ponderosa. Ponderosas shed their branches over time as they get taller, so this branch was about to drop. And so we decided, let's go ahead and get that off the tree before we put the greenhouse up, because that's a pretty big branch to fall on that greenhouse. So we didn't have a way to cut it with the chainsaw, so we lassoed it and we're pulling it. Sawyer was able to actually break it just by pulling it himself, and now we've got it on the four-wheeler. Woo! Nice. We're going to put in the final wall here, and what happens is there are these spaces and they slide in to the existing walls. So they all should just kind of marry in and slide in together. What we're realizing is that my little retaining wall here that I made was a little aggressive, so we may have to knock some rocks out to get that to slide in. Okay, so you can see where these pieces slide in, and then there is an existing hole for you to put the screw. So now we're just going and checking and making sure it's all lined up and it's square along the original frame that we built. Another thing that happened throughout the process, and we're not exactly sure how it happened, is this little piece here that was nailed in, it came prefab nailed in, popped off a little bit. So we'll figure that out. I don't know why that separated. We didn't have anything happen. So now Sawyer is screwing in these metal brackets into each corner, into the interior of the greenhouse. Sam's placing the brackets for Sawyer. So we've run into a complication where this piece is not fitting in as it should. So you can see where these are cut out and they just slide right in to be screwed down. And this is where the plastic panels will fit. And so this one's just a little tight, and I don't know if it's because of an us issue or a manufacturing issue. We'll see how close we get. We may have to grind that edge. We're at the point now that we are sliding the clear walls in, and once you have them slid in, you have to go through and make sure that they slide all the way down. And so you just kind of shake them back and forth, side to side a little bit, and then they'll slip down in there. There you go, just like that. And they slide from the top, which takes something, a step stool or something to stand up on to reach up there and have the force to push it down all the way. And on these, we did go ahead at this point and take off the peel, the front and the back. Sam, what are you gonna grow in the greenhouse?
Venus flytrap.
We've got all of these screwed in, and so now Chad's setting these upper slats. We've got these cross beams installed, and so they're screwed in up at the top. We did use a ladder to be able to reach up there, and you don't screw these pieces in yet. So all you do is you go through, and then you really want to pay attention because they're different numbers. So these are 22s, and then as you move in, there's a couple of ones that are number 23, and they're different because some of these are going to be hinged to open to cool the greenhouse. And now we're going through after screwing in the tops and screwing in the sides. Or the windows installed that go in the roof. And so this part does not come assembled. So you do have to build this frame and then attach it with the hinge here. And then you attach this hinge on. It's fairly straightforward. However, you do have to kind of pay attention to this extra piece that you have to add. The instructions on this portion are not clear at all. So just be really attentive with how you add this on, and then you will add on these brackets to every cross piece to help add with a little extra stability. Another helpful hint is we had intended to take all of this plastic off before we installed the windows, but these two pieces, we didn't do that. And so you can see the benefit of going ahead and taking that off before you install it, because it gets stuck, and we're gonna have to do a little work to pull that off. So that is definitely an important tip. Okay, so the greenhouse is finished. It took us an entire day from about 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening. There were, let's say, 3.5 people working on this throughout the day. The assembly process was fairly easy and fairly straightforward. The key is absolutely getting it level. One of the things that was the trickiest to assemble was just basically because of the directions were the ventilation doors. So I actually ordered this greenhouse and then canceled my order with Home Depot, which they let me do. I had to call and say, hey, I made a mistake. I want to switch. I changed my mind. And they let me cancel the one I ordered, which was a smaller size. And then I had to go in and order separately a larger size, which I'm really glad I did. This is an 8-foot. I'm 5'7", and we are able to move around in here so well. And I think that if I had gotten the 6-foot tall ceiling, it wouldn't have been as easy to move around in. I think it was worth it to spend the money to get the higher ceiling and the extra depth. So not only is it 8 feet tall, but it's also 8 feet wide. And so I feel like I have plenty of room to move around. Here you can see the doorway. So there's plenty of room to come in and have like space for your body, and then also to work. So you can see how much space you have here for, you know, all the treasures and eventually plants. It's kind of a sad start. The rule of thumb, or where we live, the rule of thumb is Mother's Day, and you can even get a freeze after Mother's Day. We really have limited selection in our local stores. What do you think of the greenhouse, Sawyer?
It's pretty cool.
So Sawyer is 6'2", somewhere between 6'2" and 6'3". He's probably closer to 6'3", and so you can see how nice it is for someone who's tall to move around in the greenhouse. He's not hitting his head, not having to stay ducked down. So, you know, that's cool. One thing that I need to do, and it does say to do this in the instructions, is go through and seal these. And so I'm going to go through with silicone and seal all of the gaps. It has also rained several times. It has snowed in the past week, that we've gotten a lot of moisture, and there's no sign of leaking or drips or anything like that. These haven't leaked at all from what I could tell with the moisture that we got. But let's go around and look at the outside. Here's the door. It came with this latch. I'm glad that it came with the style of latch that it does, because I do not want the door to fall open. There you can see where the air ventilation is on this side. And so this is the east side. And so I think it's really cute. And then the really fun thing about it is that because it's cedar, it smells so good. It still smells like cedar in there. And it's just a really nice, delightful, fresh smell in the greenhouse. There is a step, so you have to watch that to make sure you don't trip yourself. Let me know if you've bought the VEIKOUS Greenhouse from Home Depot and how you like it. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Like I said, this is not a sponsored video. We just wanted a greenhouse. And let me know in the comments if you want updates on the progress of the plants in this greenhouse and how they're growing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.